Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Um, yeah, I'm happy it's Friday. I'm also glad that God woke me up this morning and I have my right mind and I have the use and the activities of all my limbs. So I'm excited to be up this morning. So I'm going to get right into it. I signed up for school and everything, and I'm trying to do all these things and lose weight and everything. And let me tell you, it is not easy. But I'm gonna keep at it. When I first started my blog, let me tell you, when God first gave it to me, like as a task to do, I was sitting in church when He told me, you know what, you're gonna do. Well, He didn't use the word blog, but He was just saying that I need to record my story. And so I'm like, okay, God, not that I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, okay, God. Like usually when God talked to me, not that I don't know it's Him, but I'm like, okay, God, I need this confirmed. I need, because I really need to know, okay. I need to know it's confirmed because I'm like, how am I going to do this? And a lot of times we just need to just do it. So I went up for an altar call for prayer one Sunday, and my pastor was praying for me, and then he whispered in my ear, "You need to do your story, record your story, and put it online." And when I tell you, usually God don't come when you want him, but he come right on time. Let me tell you, the same day it was confirmed. To me, that's how vital it was to get everything out there so that I can help people, and be transparent. So I was so wow, and I was at awe. I'm like, oh my God. It took me almost about 2 or 3 weeks after my pastor had told me that to even start the blog, because I had to pray and I had to read and I had to seek God, and I had to get rid of every distraction. And not that, all of your distractions are bad things, but sometimes you just need to get rid of anything that's distracting you. A lot of times when I walk around at work, about 95% of the population is looking down at their phones. What they're looking at, I don't know, but sometimes it could be a distraction. So I had to get rid of a lot of things. I had received the text last week, and usually when you read the first couple of sentences of the text, you're like, you know where it's going. So I didn't even read it all. I deleted it because why? It was a distraction. And I had to end up blocking that person, because right now I don't need my soul, my spirit to be fed any negativity. Not that I don't want to deal with it, but it's just right now that's a distraction, because I have to seek God. Okay, so I want to keep going, but those are the words I have to say about that for right now. So I was reading out of the book of Matthew last night, and it's from Matthew chapter 6 verse 33. It says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." And let me tell you, I have to do exactly that. I have to seek God, because everything that I'm doing, let me tell you, like I said, it's not easy. I'm a single mother, and we always saying that God will not put more on us than we can bear. But let me tell you, it don't be God doing that. When people are like, okay, God, this is too much, I can't bear it. It's usually us. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say, okay, I get off at 5 o'clock. My one of my daughters have to be to practice at 5:30. One of them is at something else. They have to be picked up at 6 o'clock, and then my son got to be somewhere at 7 o'clock. Let me tell you, that's us. That's us. That's not God. And a lot of times we overwhelm ourselves with these things. So we have to learn how to prioritize and take one thing and just focus on that thing. We cannot overwhelm ourselves. So when you're feeling overwhelmed and tired in the body and your mind is just constantly running, you say, okay, you know what? Let me pick one thing, work on one thing, and then go from there, because it's hard. You can't overexert yourself. I know I've been there. I've overexerted myself. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do praise dance. I'm trying to teach the ministry. I'm trying to, my children were outside acting. Let me tell you, it's a lot. And sometimes we just got to humble ourselves and say, you know what, even though we like doing those things, we have to focus and be like, you know what, some of these things we have to let go. And it may not be easy, but Sometimes you just gotta let it go. And it's not only activities. Sometimes certain family members you can't talk to. Sometimes certain friends you have to let go. That's just the way it is. Not that they're bad people or anything, but sometimes we just have to let it go or just focus on the thing that we need to focus on at that time. I'm going to give you guys some examples. I've had financial problems before, and let me tell you, I've bought things. Sometimes I put myself in financial bind. I have jeans in my closet right now that I bought 7 years ago that still have the tag on it. Why? Because they were probably about, at the time, I don't remember how much they cost. I know that right now the tag say it's about $26, but I remember I got them for cheap. It had to be about $10 or $12, maybe like half the price. And I'm saying, oh my God, knowing I couldn't fit them now, I was like, okay, when I lose weight, I'm going to wear these. Or I probably have maybe about 3 pair of shoes in my closet now. And that's only because I purged my closet a couple of weeks ago. So I have about 3 pair of shoes in my closet right now that I could wear, but come on, they're like, I'm going to call them stilettos because the heels are really high. And sometimes those shoes with the high heels are uncomfortable. But because they were like $5, $7, you know, cheap, I bought them. I'm like, oh my God, I'll be able to wear them with something. So I have a lot of possibilities in my closet, but can't wear any of them. But I could have took that money and got milk or bread, or y'all see where I'm going. I know, like, I used to always start things and not finish them. This is where I'm trying to go. So I would start a diet and I'll be doing great and don't finish it. I would start, like, just the process, even with going to school, I would start it, and then when things get too hard or when they keep asking for certain things, I couldn't finish. So I would always start things and not finish it. God gave me this idea for a business. I would start it and I just didn't finish it. So when God gave me this blog, I was like, okay, God, I was like, I just don't want to start something and not finish it. I'm tired of disappointing you. I'm tired of disappointing you. And not only that, what am I showing my children? You start something and then you don't finish it. Like, I would start saving money and then something happened and then I take from it that one time and then I kept taking from it after that. It's just so easy to do. So I want you to focus. I want you to focus. So I looked up the definition focus, and it says the center of interest or activity. So whatever you're trying to do, if you're trying to go to school, go ahead, sign up, go to school. But the thing is, don't go to school, don't sign up and then you're not focused. Because if you're signing up, you could be excited. Because trust me, I was excited. I had to stop, drop, and roll between just this week alone and say, you know what, God, I need to focus. I'm excited about going to school, but I need to focus because I don't want to go to school and then fail out or not be focused. And then you understand where I'm going from. So I just want you guys to focus. When I say focus, focus. Take that one thing, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish. Don't overexert yourself, but you're going to have to focus because it defeats the purpose of you doing that thing. Even if you're saying, okay, God, I need to, because I need to get my education. Not that I'm already not educated, because I went to school for medical assistant, but it's not enough. It's not enough. But I'm saying, okay, God, I go to school, I finish school, I get this job. But let me say, if I have the same mentality that I had before, making more money but don't know how to handle it, then that's the problem. So I need to focus. And before I get into my career, God, I'm going to have to start saving. Whether it's $5, put it up. You'll be amazed by how it adds up. So if you're trying to do something, please, I need you to focus. And stop buying things. Like, you could have a pair of yellow shoes in your closet. I have. And say, okay, I got a lot of, like I said, I got a lot of possibilities in the closet, but can't do anything with it. Because I bought it for foolish reasons, because they're $7. Stop buying things because they're cheap and you have nothing to put it with. You need to focus. So I just really need you guys to focus. Trust me, I don't want you guys to fail, because let me tell you, with God, everything is possible, but just focus. Focus. That's my message today. Just please focus. I'm asking God. I need to focus. I'm getting ready to start school in January 7th to be exact, I need to focus. So I can't be, when I thought about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, my daughter has volleyball, but thank God that don't mess with my schedule. And then my other daughter want dance, so I'm like, okay, God, I need to make a way, or I need to get a team. Sometimes you got to get a team. You got to say, okay, who can I put on my team? Okay, I'm trying to do this. I want my children, because I don't want them to be, always stuck in the house because they're children. You don't want them to become hermits or not do anything. So I do want to support their goals and their dreams. And if they want to do activities outside of the home, like sports, and I always make a way for my children. But sometimes we do have to tell them no and say, you know what, this is what mommy's trying to accomplish. So that won't work in our schedule right now. But, if I could find somebody to help me, then, I'll say, okay, this is what we can do. Sometimes you have to tell them, don't be so hard with it. Don't just say, you know what, this is it, and that's just it. A lot of times, not that we have to explain to our children. They know you grown. They know you're their mom or their dad, but we have to say, you know what, right now that don't fit in the schedule. But this is what we can do. And this is why we can't do it, because mommy is trying to accomplish something to better our family. So sometimes we have to show our children the bigger picture. We have to see the bigger picture. But listen, you do something, I want you to focus. That's all I can tell you. And stop buying all those possibilities in your closet and never get a chance to wear it. Okay? Save that money. That $7, that $5, even if it's $2. Stop buying those yellow shoes or those burgundy shoes or those purple shoes because they're $7. Because you can't do nothing with it. Okay? Or those jeans that can't fit. Because guess what? It's 7 years later and I had not lost that weight. But now I'm doing it. I work on one thing at a time. I did my blog. When I hit my 30th day, I was like, Lord, I thank you. So I'm so happy about that. So right now, I'm still doing my blogs. And I picked up another thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to work out. And I cannot wait till I reach my 30 day. Next week will be my 3rd week working out at the gym. And I'm like, Lord, I thank you. So after that, I picked something else that I want to do, and I have to do it because it's being obedient to God's word. I'm not going to announce what it is yet, but when I do it, and trust me, I'm going to do it in about, I think, 2 more weeks. I think I have two more weeks. I'm thinking it's 2 more weeks. I'm going to do it, and when I do it, I'm going to let you guys know what I'm doing, because let me tell you something. I need all of God, and I need to focus, and I want to be obedient to his word. I just want to be obedient to his word. It's not because I want to get so much for God. And let me tell you something. It's all about being obedient with me. I want to be obedient to God's word. And you can too. But I just want you to focus. Okay? That's all I have for you guys. I love you and have a nice day.